Okay, well, I voted no on the budget, so you can probably imagine what I think about the budget. The problem with this whole budget is that our budget process is broken. The way that we go about this is completely insane. So what happens is that the superintendent creates a budget, he provides it to the Board of Education, then the Board of Education looks at the budget, and then we provide it to the county executive. When the county executive gets the budget, he can either A, fully fund the budget, or fund something less than the total ask. He cannot add to the budget. It then goes to the county council. They look at the budget. Now they have it in front of them. They can do what the county executive suggested. They could do what they want to do, as long as what they want to do does not go above the ask that the school system, the Board of Education, provided them. So it's this absurd process where you have to ask for everything in the kitchen sink in order to get what you really, really need. The problem with that is that it creates false hope and a false understanding in the community, because all of us, when we think we get a budget together and we're going to submit it, well, of course it's going to get fully funded or be close to it. And the problem is that is nowhere near where reality is. So the fact that we're even creating a budget without even knowing how much money we have, in my opinion, is completely and utterly insane. So what we need to do is we need to fix this process, because as funding is more and more needed, it has to come from somewhere. The county provides most of our funding. We get less than 1% from the federal government. So in order for us to really do things, we have to look to the county. The county also has competing interests. The school system is not the only entity that the county is funding. So you get into this issue of, okay, well then how are we going to do this? We need a better process. And the other thing that was very challenging is that the Board of Education, one of the important things we do is we hire a superintendent. And we are supposed to manage the superintendent and ensure that he does what the board needs him to do. He then hires and keeps employed experts on his staff who know about curriculum, special education, all of the things that help run our school system and allow our students to learn. The problem that we had this time is that I didn't feel as though we had enough input from the experts to have a clear understanding of what the priorities need to be. Because the board should not be sitting there like we did last May in a mad rush of trying to figure out how much money, here you have to cut this much from the budget, where are you going to find it? That is not efficient. It's not fair to the community, and it certainly is not going to get the best results for our students. So what I was hoping we were going to get was from the staff a list of priorities so that they could explain to us, okay, you have to cut X amount of money. What we would suggest in order of cutting is this, 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 and this, and here's the reason why. You elected the board to make these decisions, but the board needs to make sure that we get complete and accurate information in order to make the decisions. And we saw how well that didn't work in the redistricting process. So as far as funding, I am a great believer that the Board of Education and Board of Education members need to stay in their lane. My issue, we do not have the ability to raise revenue. That is clearly in the lane of the county executive and the county council. If that is to be changed, I think that is something that should go by referendum to the community. And I think that is not a decision that a particular board or Board of Education member should make. Yes, we should advocate for funding. Yes, we should advocate for ways to help support our budgets and deal with capacity issues. But if we're going to take that big of a step, I think we need to have more community input, and the county is going to have to think, what is that impact going to be? Because it's not a very simple, just have the Board of Education be able to raise taxes. As they say, the devil is in the details.